You are watching tomorrow's classrooms today. Standard English, Lesson 12, Prepositions, a comprehensive guide for students and educators. Let's begin with the definition of prepositions. Prepositions are words that link nouns, pronouns, or phrases to other words within a sentence. Now the functions of prepositions. Function 1. Prepositions link noun to noun. For example, the book on the table is mine. In this example, on links the nouns book and table. Function 2. Prepositions link pronoun to pronoun. For instance, he stood next to her. In this sentence, next to her links the pronouns he and her. Function 3. Prepositions link pronoun to noun. To illustrate, she stood in front of the class. In this illustration, in front of links the pronoun she with the noun class. Function 4. Prepositions link noun to pronoun. For example, the book is placed between them. In this example, between links the noun book with the pronoun them. Function 5. Prepositions link phrase to noun. For instance, the message written in large letters is above the door. In this instance, above links the phrase message written in large letters with the noun door. Function 6. Prepositions link phrase to pronoun. To illustrate, the sign indicating the exit is below it. In this illustration, below links the phrase sign indicating the exit with the pronoun it. Let's discuss the structure of prepositions. Structure 1. Simple prepositions. Take note of the examples of common simple prepositions. These prepositions are classified as simple because they exist in their fundamental form, devoid of any prefixes or suffixes. Structure 2. Compound prepositions. Take a look at the examples of common compound prepositions. These prepositions are called compound because they are formed by combining two words. Structure 3. Double prepositions. Some of the examples of common double prepositions are: these prepositions are termed double because they consist of two distinct words used together to function as a single prepositional unit. Structure 4. Participle prepositions. Take note of examples of common participle prepositions. These prepositions are derived from participles of verbs and are used as prepositions. Structure 5. Phrase prepositions. Take a look at the examples of common phrase prepositions. These prepositions are called phrase prepositions because they consist of three or more words functioning together as a single prepositional unit. Let's focus on the types of prepositions. Prepositions can be categorized based on the relationship they indicate. Type 1. Prepositions indicating direction. Take note of the examples of common prepositions of direction. Consider the following sentence: the river runs through the woods. In this sentence, the preposition through indicates the direction in which the river moves, specifying its movement through the woods. Type 2. Prepositions indicating place. Take a look at the examples of common prepositions of place. Consider the following sentence: I hung my coat behind the door. In this sentence, the preposition behind indicates the place where the coat is located, specifying its position relative to the door. Type 3. Prepositions indicating manner. Note the examples of common prepositions of manner. Consider the following sentence. She left the room in tears. The preposition in indicates the manner in which she left the room, describing her state, that is tears. Type 4. Prepositions indicating time. See the examples of common prepositions of time. Consider the following sentence. We are going bowling on Friday night. In this sentence, the preposition on specifies a particular time, that is Friday night, for the activity bowling. Type 5. Prepositions indicating agent. Look at the examples of common prepositions of agent. Consider the following sentence. This poem was written by Milton. In this sentence, the preposition by signifies that the action writing the poem was executed by an agent, Milton. Type 6. Prepositions indicating source. Some of the examples of common prepositions of source. Consider the following sentence. The earth receives the light from the sun. In this sentence, the preposition from denotes the source, the sun of the light. Type 7. Prepositions indicating measure. Note the examples of common prepositions of measure. Consider the following sentence. I bought a pound of cheese today. In this sentence, the preposition of links the specified quantity, a pound, to the noun cheese. Type 8. Prepositions indicating possession. See the examples of common prepositions of possession. Consider the following sentence. I met the boy in red hair today. In this sentence, the preposition in denotes the possessor, the boy, of the attribute red hair. Type 9. Prepositions indicating cause. Following are the examples of common prepositions of cause. Consider the following sentence. The game was cancelled due to heavy rain. In this sentence, the double preposition due to signifies the cause, the heavy rain of the action, the cancellation of the game. Let's list the rules of prepositions. Rule 1. Placement of prepositions in ordinary sentences. Prepositions generally precede the noun or pronoun they modify. For example, the cat is under the table. In this example, the preposition under is linked to the noun table. Rule 2. Placement of prepositions in questions. Prepositions can be positioned at the end of questions. For instance, which project did she work on? In this sentence, the preposition on is placed at the end of the question. Rule 3. Placement of prepositions in relative clauses. Prepositions may be positioned at the end of relative clauses. To illustrate, this is the book that I told you about. In this illustration, the preposition about appears at the end of the relative clause, that I told you. Rule 4. Placement of prepositions following certain verbs. Prepositions follow some verbs to form phrasal verbs which can be idiomatic. For example, I agree with your opinion. In this example, agree is the verb and with is the preposition that indicates concurrence. Rule 5. Placement of prepositions following certain adjectives. Prepositions follow certain adjectives to form phrases that convey special meanings. For instance, she is afraid of spiders. In this instance, afraid is the adjective and of is the preposition indicating the object of fear. Rule 6. Placement of prepositions following certain nouns. Prepositions follow certain nouns to form prepositional phrases that clarify relationships or actions. To illustrate, there is a need for better education. In this illustration, need is the noun, for is the preposition, and for better education is the prepositional phrase. Let's assess our understanding of prepositions. Question 1. Identify students' common errors when using prepositions. Consider the sentence, where is he at? In this sentence, the subject is making a redundant use of the preposition at. The correct form is, where is he? Question 2. Identify students' common errors when using prepositions. Consider the sentence. Which department are you applying to? Here, the student ends the sentence with the preposition to. The revised form is, to which department are you applying? Question 3. Identify students' common errors when using prepositions. Consider the sentence, you are different than I am. In this sentence, the student fails to follow the adjective different with the preposition from. The corrected version is, you are different from me. Question 4. Identify students' common errors when using prepositions. Consider the sentence, I dived in the water. In the sentence, the student uses the preposition in to denote motion towards a location. The corrected version is, I dived into the water. Question 5. Analyze the usage of preposition for and determine its meaning. Examine the following sentences. A calculator is good for adding. This ticket is good for one ride. In sentence 1, the preposition for signifies capable of performing. In sentence 2, the preposition for denotes validity or duration. Question 6. Analyze the usage of the prepositions by and on and determine their meanings. Examine the following sentences. We arrived at their house by Wednesday evening. We arrived at their house on Wednesday evening. In sentence 1, the preposition by conveys a time before but not exceeding this time. In sentence 2, the preposition on denotes a precise point in time. Question 7. Analyze the usage of the prepositions on and in and ascertain their meanings. Examine the following sentences. We arrived on time to see the movie. We arrived in time to see the movie. In sentence 1, the preposition on specifies a specific and punctual time. In sentence 2, the preposition in indicates having sufficient time to engage in the intended activity without being late. Hope this tutorial helps you with clear and precise communication in English. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Let's master English together.